Welcome to my channel. In my previous video, I showed a proof of that cos of minus theta equal to cos theta, sin of minus theta equal to minus sin theta. If you missed that proof, click the link below to watch the proof. Let's start today's video. So I'm going to share a simple trick to find exact trigonometric values for any angle, which is very useful for everyone. Before diving into the exact values of trigonometric, let's quickly recall the popular mnemonic device, that is all silver teacups. That is all silver tea cups. This is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is the third, and this is the fourth quadrant. Here A stands for all the function, that is sine, cos, tan, cot, cosecant, secant. And S stands for sine and sine inverse function, which is cosec. These two are positive here. And T stands for tan and tan inverse function, which is cot. These two are positive in the third quadrant. And then C is nothing but cos, and the inverse function is secant. These two are positive here. So this is the fourth quadrant. I hope everyone knows that. Let's go for the trick. The trick follows 4 steps. The first step is express an angle alpha as 90 times n plus or minus theta. So whatever you are giving the angle, you need to convert into 90 table. For example, if they are given cosecant of 470 degrees, so you need to convert in terms of 90 table. That is cosecant of 90 times 5, which is 450. If you add plus 20, it is equal to 470. So you need to write 90 times 5 plus 20. Like that, whatever given angle, you need to convert in terms of 90 times n plus or minus theta. That is our first step. Our second step is, if the n value is odd, the function changes. Like if we have cos, it change into sine. If we have sine, it change into cos. If we have tan, it change into cot. If we have cosecant, it changes into secant. If we have cot, it changes into tan. If we have secant, it changes into cosecant. Like that, vice versa. That is our second step. The third step is, if n is even, no need to change anything. You just write as it is. If n is even, no change. The last step is determine quadrant and assign sign. So you need to find the angle is in which quadrant and mention the sign. Is it positive or negative? These are the 4 steps. Let's go for the examples to understand more clear. The first example, take tan 600. What is our first step? Whatever you are given angle, you need to convert this angle in terms of 90 times n plus or minus theta. Tan 600, you need to convert in terms of 90 table. 600 lies in between 540 and 630. You need to take the nearest one. For suppose 540, if you add plus 60, then you will get 600, isn't it? So for 630, if you subtract 30, then you will get 600. So which is the nearest one? 30 is the nearest one. So that is 630 minus 30 is the nearest one. So you need to take this nearest value. So that's why 600, you need to convert 630 minus 30 degrees. 630 is nothing but 90 times 7. So you just write tan of 90 times 7 minus 30 degrees. And what is the second step? If n is odd, you can change like this. Cos turns into sine, tan changes into cot, tan change into cot. So here n is odd. So that means this tan, it convert into cot, and you just leave this angle, you just write only 30 degrees. 30 degrees. That is our second step. And third step is n is even. But in this case, n is not even, so leave the third step. Go for the fourth step. That is determine quadrant and assign sign. So the 600 in which quadrant you need to check. This is 0 degrees, and then this is 90 degrees, this is 180 degrees, this is 270 degrees, and this is 360 degrees. This is one rotation. After that, if you proceed like that, this is 450 degrees, this is 540 degrees and this is 630 degrees, but our angle is 600. That means it lies in between 540 and 630. So it lies here. That means it lies in third quadrant. In third quadrant, tan is positive because all silver tea cups. Here tan is positive. So it is in third quadrant. In third quadrant, our main question is tan. Tan is positive here. So that's why sine is positive. Cot 30, the value is root 3. So tan 600, the value is plus root 3. Let's go for another example. Cos of minus 11 pi by 6. Let's take this minus 11 pi by 6. Pi by 6 is nothing but 180 by 6. So after cancelling, you will get 11 times 30, which is minus 330. So cos of minus 11 pi by 6, the value is cos of minus 330. Cos of minus theta, which is equal to cos theta. So we can write this cos of 330 degrees. Go for the first step. So whatever given angle, we need to convert in terms of 90 n plus or minus theta. So 330 lies in between 270 and 360. For this 270, if you add 60, then you will get 330. For 360, if you subtract 30, you will get 330, isn't it? So which is the nearest one? This is the nearest one. So let's take 360 minus 30. So cos of 360 minus 30. So 360 we can write in terms of 90, that is 90 times 4. Write 90 times 4 and go for the second step. If n is odd, you can change the function. So here n is even. So you no need to do the second step. Let's go for the third step. N is even here. So n is even, no change. That means cos is not going to change. It remains same. So cos of 30. And our fourth step is determine quadrant. 330 is in which quadrant? This is 0 degrees. This is 90 degrees. This is 180. And this is 270. And this is 360. So our 330 lies in between here. So that is, it is in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, our given question is cos. So in fourth quadrant, cos is positive. So when you take plus cos 30, cos 30 value is root 3 by 2. So cos of minus 11 pi by 6, the value is plus root 3 by 2. Let's go for another example. Sine of minus 1125. So and we know that sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. So we can write this minus of sine 1125 degrees. Now use our trick. What is our first step? Whatever given angle, you need to convert in terms of 90 times n plus or minus theta. So our given value is 1125. 90 times 12 is 1080. 90 times 13, which is 1170. 90 times 14, which is 1260. So that means the angle lies in between 1080, 1170. For this 1080, if you add 45, you will get 1125, isn't it? And if you take this 1170, if you subtract 45, you will get 1125. So in this case, you can take any one. Let's take the positive one first, and then second you take negative one. You will check both cases. First we take the positive one, that is 1080 plus 45 minus of 1080 plus 45. This 1080 we can write 90 times 12. So here our n is even, no need to change this. So just write minus sine and leave this angle. You just write only 45. And fourth step is you need to check the which quadrant is this. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. So this is 0 degrees and here is 90 degrees, and this is 180 degrees, and this is 270, and this is 360 degrees. It complete one revolution. That means one revolution compromises 360 degrees. If you proceed like this and if you complete second revolution, it adds another 360 degrees. So the total is 720 degrees. So second revolution compromise 720 degrees. If you proceed like that, if you complete third revolution, so that means third revolution adds another 360 degrees, so you will get 1080. So after finishing the third revolution, you will get 1080 degrees. So this is 1080 degrees. Here to here the angle is 90 degrees. So after 1080, if you add 90, you will get 1170. So this angle is 1170. Our given angle is 1125. So that means our angle lies in between first quadrant. In first quadrant, all functions are positive. So that means our given question is sine. Sine is positive and cos also positive. Already we have negative sign. So negative sine 45, the value is 1 by root 2. So sine of minus 1125, the value is minus 1 by root 2. Now we will check for this condition also. Let's take the angle in terms of 1170 minus 45. So this 1170 we can write in 90 times 13. So here n is odd. If n is odd, we need to change the function. So sine changes into cos. You just write this 45, cos 45. So minus cos 45, the value is 1 by root 2. So in both cases, the value is same. So 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2. This is the exact value of this trigonometric function. Let's go for another example. Cot of 510 degrees. 90 times 5 is 450. 90 times 6 is 540. So that means our angle lies in between these two. So we have to write in terms of this. So cot of, for 450, if you add 60, you will get 510. For 540, if you subtract 30, you will get 510. So this is the nearest one. So you have to take this one. 510 write in terms of 540 minus 30. So this 540 you write in terms of 90, that is 90 times 6. Here our n value is even, so no need to change the function, just write cot only. Cot of, leave this, you just write 30, cot 30. 510, it is in which quadrant? Let's check. This is 0 degrees, and also this is after one circulation you will get, this is 360 degrees, after that this is 440 degrees, and this is 540 degrees. So 510 it lies in second quadrant. So in second quadrant only sine and cosec are positive, cot value is negative. So that means let's minus cot 30 value is root 3. So cot of 510, the value is minus root 3. Let's take one more example. Secant minus 585. And we know that cos of minus theta, which is cos theta. Secant of minus theta, which is positive secant theta. So that's why we here write we secant of minus 585, we have to write secant of 585 degrees. For this 540, if you add 45, you will get 585. For 630, if you subtract 45, you will get 585. So both cases are same. You can take any one. Let's take the positive one. Secant of 540 plus 45. This 540 we can write 5 times 90. 90 times 5. Here n is odd. That's why the secant change into cosecant. Cosecant 45. And 585, it lies in between. This is 0 degrees, and then also this is 360 degrees, 450 degrees, 540 degrees, and this is 630 degrees. So 585 it lies in between third quadrant. That means third quadrant tan and cot are positive. Secant is negative. That's why negative sign comes here. Cosecant of 45, the value is root 2. Minus root 2 is the answer. I hope this trick is useful for you. If you like this content, please subscribe to my channel and give your valuable comments in the comment section. Thank you for watching.